Hello, it's Who Time, and today we're discussing a big rumour. Following the New Year's Day special, Revolution of the Daleks, I thought it was a lot of fun, by the way, if you're wondering. Suddenly, on the 3rd of January 2021, the Mirror ran the story that Jodie Whittaker was leaving Doctor Who after Series 13. It took off, and other news outlets ran the story, and everyone and their mums on social media took it as gospel. So is it true? Well, it's unconfirmed. This story came from the Mirror, not the BBC. Some of you may be thinking, Who Time, why are you giving this the time of day? It's come from a tabloid that's looking to get some clicks by spreading some false rumours. The papers tend to only be interested in Doctor Who when they want to talk about falling ratings or when the lead actor changes the role. Well, you're right. However, I will say that the Mirror does avidly cover Doctor Who in general, and does have some previous form in correctly guessing or leaking Doctor Who related news. I seem to remember that they correctly guessed or leaked the news that 2 missing episodes or 2 missing stories from the Troughton era, The Enemy of the World and Web of Fear, had been returned to the BBC archives. And that was before the BBC actually officially announced that they were going to release them. So that's a good example there. They're the only news outlet that actually covers Doctor Who missing episodes kind of regularly. You can actually search their website for Doctor Who missing episodes and they have numerous articles. They recently said that the Abominable Snowmen and the Evil of the Daleks were going to get animated, and it wouldn't be a surprise if that happened. Anyway, they cover the show and they're pretty keen on it. The BBC actually did respond quite quickly to these Jodie leaving rumours. Digital Spy got in touch with them for confirmation, but however, they responded by saying they couldn't comment on Jodie Whittaker's future in the show. What does that mean? Does that in a way confirm it? Wouldn't they just debunk the rumour if it was not true? Knowing how Chris Chibnall operates, he would certainly try and keep a regeneration under wraps if he can. And he managed to hide a hell of a lot for Series 12. All the thrills and spills in that. Let's not forget we had the Root Doctor in episode 5. Fugitive Legidoom, we had the return of Captain Jack in that same episode, we had the return of the Master in the opener, and also Gallifrey being destroyed again. So I definitely think you'd give it a good go to try and hide this. All they can do is refuse to comment and try and keep the mystery of whether this is going to happen or not. But now it's out there and people are talking about it, it wouldn't be a great shock if Jodie Whittaker did leave after Series 13. If we also bear in mind that Doctors tend to have 3 series and then depart the role, Hartnell had 3 seasons, as did Troughton, Davison and McCoy. Aside from Eccleston, all the new series Doctors have had 3 series as well, plus specials of course, and Jodie may well follow suit. As an actor, you don't want to be typecast, you don't want to be in a role too long, and people associate you with that particular role. Just can't imagine you in anything else, so it may hurt your chances of getting more interesting roles in the future. So you may want to leave a role while people still want you to continue in it. Still, I was kind of shocked by this news, given that only a few months back, in November 2020, Jodie Whittaker had an interview with The Telegraph. Digital Spy then helpfully plucked out all the Doctor Who related bits, and she stated, "I haven't even looked at another role since The Doctor, apart from doing Who Do You Think You Are earlier this year. To even question an endpoint brackets of Doctor Who would be too upsetting." Overall, I think this rumour could well be true. Personally, I'd prefer Jodie to stay on for a 4th series, as I feel she's only really just starting to get going in the role. Series 11 for me felt a bit like a light-hearted, slightly disposable prologue to the main event, where they're just testing a female Doctor and see if it works. Series 12 is when they really beef up her character, and we get loads of awesome, cool stuff, thrills and spills, and I thought it was great. I thought it was a huge improvement, and I really enjoyed it. Series 13 now is only going to have 8 episodes rather than the usual 10, due to the difficulties of filming within the COVID-19 preventative measures. If she leaves then, she'll only have had 30 episodes, which is much less than her recent male predecessors, who all had 40 plus episodes. Aside from Eccleston, of course. It would really be a shame for her to leave too soon, in my mind. Still, it's quite exciting to speculate on who may be the next Doctor, the 14th Doctor. So allow me to share my personal favourites to be Jodie's successor, and then let's run through who the papers and the bookies are talking about. So I have 4 personal choices. They're quite varied. Here we go. First, I'd like Michael Sheen to play the Doctor, an astonishing actor. He's played Tony Blair, Chris Tarrant, Brian Clough, and David Frost. When he takes on the role of a real-life person, he has this wonderful ability to lose himself in the role, and you as the viewer suddenly forget that it's Michael Sheen playing that person. You think it's just that person he's acting as. He doesn't just do those kind of roles, but he also does delve into sci-fi and fantasy, like you may have seen him in the Underworld and Twilight franchises. He was also in that sci-fi film Passengers a few years back. Oh, and Good Omens, of course. How can I forget Good Omens? Most recently, you will have seen him in the series Staged with former Doctor Who, David Tennant. It's very good, it's worth checking out. If he took on the role, he'd be the first Welshman to do it. He lives in Port Talbot, as he frequently says in Staged, so he's not too far from Cardiff. It wouldn't be too bad a commute compared to other people. He'd be exceptional. BBC, please make it happen. Next up, my second choice is Jo Martin. Now, she's already been established as the Doctor in Series 12, but we have no idea where she fits in. I do have a theory, and a theory video, so if you want to go check that out, you can on my channel. Link will be around here somewhere, or in the description. As soon as she stormed onto our screens in Fugitive of the Jadoon, I was sold. She has this edge, this bite, and a command of the screen, and her performance very much echoes a classic Who Doctor. I love her outfit, and I love her classic TARDIS as well. On the outside, it looks like the squat TARDIS that the 2nd, 3rd and 4th Doctors used to have. On the inside, it looks like a modernised version of the original TARDIS interior during the Hartnell years. Jo can clearly act. Throughout the episode, she has to play the character of Ruth, up until towards the end, where she chameleon arcs herself back into the Doctor. These two characters are wildly different. It's an incredible display of acting to carry that all off. That could have easily gone terribly wrong if miscast, but she absolutely nails it. Give her a series now. At number 3 is Adrian Lester. He's a very charismatic actor who has great gravitas that he brings to every role he's in. He's done his fair share of Shakespeare and theatre, but he's probably best known for being the lead in the Con Artist TV series drama called Hustle. That was a great show, he was great in it. He's one of those actors who turns up in a lot of TV dramas and you go, oh, it's him. He's been in Being Human, Merlin, Silent Witness. He's also in the aforementioned series Staged with Michael Sheen and David Tennant. I think he would be a tremendous choice. I imagine his Doctor being a bit like the 8th Doctor, where he can be charismatic and fun, but when he needs to, he can bring the seriousness and darkness. Last but by no means least, we have the outstanding Tilda Swinton, a well-known actress who started off in quite experimental films and then started to receive many award nominations for performances in films like Adaptation and Vanilla Sky. She's become more mainstream over the years, appearing in films like Constantine, Chronicles of Narnia, and she also plays the character the Ancient One in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She was also in that dark sci-fi dystopian called Snowpiercer, which is messed up, but she's very good in it. She's not your usual actress choosing interesting roles. She's quite quirky and mysterious, and she has this alien-like quality. I think she'd absolutely excel as the Doctor. And it's not just little old me who agrees. I actually tweeted my 4 choices in the wake of the circulating rumours, and none other than Michael Sheen and Jo Martin weighed in on the debate, commenting on my tweet in support of Tilda Swinton. I couldn't believe it. She's probably too big a name to take on the role, but in spite of her grand success and extraordinary talents, this would be her first chance to be the main role, and she would be phenomenal. Okay, so let's have a look at the other options that are being mooted by the media, by the papers and the bookies. Of course, the Mirror followed their initial story with another story talking about potential successors. So let's have a look. Okay, let's see who we've got. So first up is Chris Marshall. Now, he was a suggestion when Peter Capaldi had left. I thought it was just such an uninspired choice. I know he plays quite a serious role in Death in Paradise, but I mainly know him from My Family, that TV sitcom, and also for being in Love Actually, and in those 2 things he plays a buffoon. Yeah, I don't know, it doesn't get me excited. I don't think people get very excited by the thought of Chris Marshall taking over. So who's next? Michael Sheen, of course. Well, we've been through him. Fantastic, I love him. After that, Joanna Page. Well, she's from Gavin and Stacey, of course. She's Welsh as well, like Michael Sheen. She's been in the show before. She played Elizabeth I and the Zygon duplicate in the 50th anniversary, Day of the Doctor. I haven't heard her being suggested before. I can't see it personally. Also, to have another similar looking Doctor straight after. Well, I know we had Matt Smith after David Tennant, but I think they're a lot more similar. No, it wouldn't be my first choice. Oh, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Yeah, she was suggested when Peter Capaldi left in 2017. I can see it. I've seen her in Fleabag. She's very quirky and quite funny. I can see it happening. But she's probably onto bigger things now. She's adjusting the script of James Bond, and she's been in Star Wars as a droid. You know, maybe she's wanting to go up the ladder rather than stick herself in Cardiff for 9 months a year. So I don't know how likely that is, but yeah, I can see it. Tom Rosenthal? Is that Jim Rosenthal's son? What? I've vaguely seen him in that Friday night dinner sitcom on Channel 4. No, I don't see that. Let's be honest. He's probably super young as well. How old is he? Doesn't say. No, I think that would be... No, let's not go that way, thank you. Oh, James Norton. Oh, it says here he was in the episode Cold War against the Ice Warriors. That was a good episode. But I've seen his name being mooted as potentially James Bond because he was in that drama on the BBC called McMafia. On his, dressed very suavely, so don't know much about him, but it sounds like he's more of a James Bond option. Next up is Idris Elba. Well, he's fantastic, of course. Again, he's been mooted as a potential James Bond. I'd probably rather see him do that than this, but I'm always up for, yeah, I'll be up for it, for sure. But he's probably too big a name. He's in a lot of big movies, so very unlikely, I'd say, but would be welcome. Charlotte Ritchie, wow. Says she's in that drama called Ghosts. What was that sitcom? Don't know much about her. Oh, she was also in Resolution. She was controlled by the Dalek mutant. She was good in that, actually. No idea if she's Doctor Who potential. Let me know in the comments what you think, I don't know. Ben Whishaw. Now, he would be a good choice, I can see it. He plays Q in the James Bond films, of course. Yeah, he's got that quirky, he's got a slight Matt Smith, David Tennant vibe, so if the BBC wanted to go back that way, they could, Ben Whishaw. But he's probably a bit more like Matt Smith, or probably even nerdier feeling. Well, he says here he wouldn't want to do Q and be Doctor Who. Oh, come on. Can't be Q, Doctor Who and Paddington at the same time. Oh, here we are. Chiwetel Ejiofor, I think that's how you say your name. Sorry if I don't know if I've said that completely wrong. He's a fantastic actor. He was in 12 Years a Slave, he's fantastic in that. He's also in the Doctor Strange movie, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's fantastic. He's always been fantastic. I've seen him in many things. You couldn't go too far wrong with him. So, yeah, be up for that. Oh, this guy, Tom Ellis. Now, I've only seen him in Miranda, in that silly sitcom, and I never thought, oh, that's the next Doctor Who. He's currently in that it's been rebooted on Netflix, isn't it? That Lucifer series. I haven't seen that, so maybe he can act. I don't know. I don't get the impression he's a great actor. I'd rather get someone else. But he has expressed interest in doing the role. He's got a nice six-pack, so if the BBC wanted to have him topless and try and gain viewers that way, that would be the end of the show for me. But let's not do that. Oh, Gillian Anderson, obviously famous for being in The X-Files, and she's currently playing Margaret Thatcher in The Crown. She's a great actress. She could do it. She wouldn't instantly come to my mind as the person to be Doctor Who, but it would be a big name, and she is more than qualified, that's for sure. So I wouldn't say no. After that, oh, it's got Eddie Redmayne here. Well, obviously people have seen him in the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and his character has a lot of traits that you might see in Doctor Who, so I could see that, yeah. But he's such a big actor now. That seemed unlikely, a bit like Idris Elba or Gillian Anderson. After that, who's this? I don't recognise this woman. My name was ageist. Who's this? Oh, well, the text doesn't match with the images necessarily. Oh, this is Julia Foster. Doctor Who fan website Doctor Who TV claims that she can be replaced. She was in Orphan 55. Is that the Benny lady? Well, that's obviously a joke. That must have been April Fools. That would be hilarious, but no, I don't think that's happening. That's just a little joke. Looking at the Metro, there are a few more names circulating. Let's have a look. Richard Ayoade, obviously famous for being in the IT Crowd. He's phenomenal in that. In fact, I love that show. I could see it. He's incredibly quirky and really, yeah, he could be an alien. So I'll be up for that. They're saying that he's got, in the Metro poll, he's been named as the top result. So we'll see. His odds are looking good. Chris Marshall, what we've been through him, no, thank you. Joe Martin, yes, thank you, I love that. Michaela Cole, 6%. Oh, she's that actress in, she's in a thing called Bubblegum or something, and oh, she's in a drama called I May Destroy You, and that was recent. I've only seen clips of her in action, but she does have this sort of engaging quality. She commands the screen and you can't take your eyes off her. She gives a sort of quirky feel as well. I don't know much about her. If you do, let me know in the comments, but maybe good choice. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, well, we've been there. Looks like the last one here is Jodie Whittaker. Now, she was suggested after Peter Capaldi left. She was writing the success of the drama she was in as Killing Eve, a very strange, psychotic hit woman. She's very good in that, but I don't know if she would be Doctor Who. What do you think? Looks like we also have Whoopi Goldberg taking an interest in Doctor Who and becoming the first, well, American to be the Doctor. Now, she could have been the first female black Doctor, but Joe Martin got there first, of course. I think I do remember she expressed interest before when Capaldi left, but apparently the BBC turned her down. I'm not sure how I feel about an American doing it. You know, this is our pokey little quirky British sci-fi show. The Americans already have an abundance of massive franchises. I don't really want them, you know, I don't want them taking it over and jutting in, putting their nose in, when part of its charm is its Britishness. Well, that's your lot this week. So what do you think? Do you think Jodie's leaving soon? Who do you want to play the next Doctor? Let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, it helps me with the YouTube algorithm and people seeing this glorious content I have. Also go and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, please. It really does help. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, it'd be amazing if you did. Also click on that bell for notifications of new content. If you want to hear from me more, you can go and follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @WhoTimeUK. I have Instagram as well, and similarly that is instagram.com/WhoTimeUK. Thanks guys and gals, and I'll see you in the next video.